All right, we're going to jump in with number 47 here from the practice test. And it says, what transformations do we need to do to y equals x squared to get y equals x squared minus 2x plus k, where k is a constant greater than 2? I'm not really sure why that part's there. But anyway, what I'm going to do is use a calculator. So menu, 3, and what I want to do is complete the square. So menu 3 and option 5. If you don't have that option, you need to update your operating system, which you can do for free. So I'm going to complete the square on x squared minus 2x plus k, and I just want to complete the square on x. So I get the quantity x minus 1 squared plus k minus 1. So looking at that, I know that that is a shift of 1 unit to the right. And knowing it's a shift of 1 unit to the right, if you look at the answer choices, it actually crosses out A, B, and E. And then the remaining options are up k plus 1 units, which is not the case, and up k minus 1 unit. So the answer is going to be E by just using complete the square. So that's definitely available to you and something you should be using anytime it comes up on this thing. So let's put in a new problem. And we are going to be doing number 48 on page 138. So we're getting close to the end here. So in this one, I need the volume of a cone. So the volume of a cone, if I'm not mistaken, is given to you, but it's a function of the radius and the height, and I'm going to say that that's equal to, so 1/3 and then pi, which remember you have a pi key down here, but it's faster to type. That's r squared, and then times h. 1/3 pi r squared h. All right, so this question says, the height of a right circular cone is decreased by 8%. By what percent must the radius decrease so that the volume decreases by 15%? So I'm actually just going to use solve on this. So menu 3-1. All right, and let's just assume, because there's percents involved, let's assume that everything started at 100. So if the height is decreased by 8% and the radius is going to be decreased by some percent, so I'm going to say that this is the case. So it started out as 100. I don't know what the radius is going to end up as. I know that the height now is 8% less, so it's now 92. So that's the new volume. That's going to be equal to, we decrease the original volume by 15%, so we're left with 85% of the volume when everything was 100. And what I want to do is I just want to solve this for r. So, and I'm going to get an approximate because I have no idea what this calculator will do with, I guess the 0.85 is in there, so it's going to give me a decimal anyway. So let's do this. All right, so it tells me that r is either 96.1204 or the negative one, which is clearly just a garbage answer because r has to be greater than 0. So if the new r is 96.14, it lost about 4 from 100. So you'd have to decrease by 4%, which is option A. You can look, if you look at the options, none of them are even close. So it's 4, 7, 8, 30, and 45. So 4 is obviously the only choice we could go with there. All right, so moving on to the next one. So again, you want to insert a new problem, and we're going to do number 49. So we're definitely almost done here. So this is number 49, page 138. And this is one about matrices. So we have a matrix A that is m by n, and B is n by p, and m, n, and p are distinct positive integers. Okay, so let's define our matrices. So we get A, and I'm going to press this. So templates, and if you go to the one that looks kind of like a 3 by 3, that's more like a generic thing, so it's actually this. So I'm going to make it a 1 by 2. All right, so and just go with 3 and 5. And then matrix B, so let's say B is going to be equal to, I got to repeat this, so M and N, so N was 2 for me, so I need a 2, and then I need a different number because M, N, and P need to be different numbers, so I'm going to go with 3. And we'll go 3, 5, it doesn't really matter what I fill this with because it'll either work or it won't. All right, so I get that. So option number 1 says the product BA does not exist. So let's see if B times A exists. It does not exist. So number 1 is definitely true, which means I can cross out B and C from the answer choices. And now numbers 2 and 3 say, they both say that A, B exists, but the question is, what are the dimensions? So A times B is A. It's got 1 row and 3 columns, so that's actually an M by N matrix, M by P. matrix, and that means that number 2 is true, which means that I believe the answer is B, if I haven't done, nope, oh wait, nope, it's D, right? Because I said that number 1 was true, now I'm saying that number 2 is true, so 1 and 2 are true, that's option D. All right, so one more problem on this thing, so let's do it. So new problem, and I'm gonna comment on it that I'm doing number 50, so the final problem, and it's on page 139. All right, so I need to multiply some complex number W. It's in the third quadrant, and I need to multiply it by negative I. So let's just make up a W. So W is going to be equal to, so I need a negative real number, so the negative real part, and then a positive imaginary part. I is actually in here with pi, like that. So if I do negative I times the W that I just stored, I get 2 plus 3i. There's only one option that could possibly be, looking at the picture that I was provided with, and that would be option A. And so we're done. So that's how you can use your calculator, and I hope you found this helpful. Good luck.